Hello, I'm Jonathan Ross from Ross Search Consulting, and I'm joined today by Julie Marsden, an HR consultant who consults on a range of HR issues, including recruitment and selection. And Julie and I work together on a number of HR recruitment and selection activities. So delighted to have Julie with me here today. Julie, a key issue, of course, in any recruitment process is paying the right salary. And determining what the right salary is for a role is a challenge for many organisations. Yeah. So what are your views on how to go about determining what the right salary for a job actually is?
Okay. I think the first port of call is that every position has a value, and that value is twofold. The value to the organisation, but the value in the recruitment marketplace. So whilst the organisation can pitch at a certain level and think, okay, if I'm looking for a graduate, you have any number of different pieces of information, documentation online that you can say, right, graduates typically coming out of university with these various degrees, I would be looking to pay that amount. So depending on where the person is or the level of the role, then there's general information out there, but you're looking at the affordability for the business, because ultimately that's going to be one of your key drivers, is can the organisation, can the business afford this particular level?
Yes.
And if not, then do I need to look at a slightly different job description or a different role, or even a lower level, of experience, say.
Yeah.
So in terms of the value to the business and what that contribution is going to be, so you will have salary scales, you will have comparative salaries, perhaps in different departments or whatever. But then if you're looking externally to the marketplace, so if I'm going to attract somebody, I need to sort of test the marketplace and see what's out there. And again, everybody has a value, every role has a value. And whilst myself, I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of job titles. But you're going to have a role that has a job title, because you have to reach out to the world and say, this is what we've got, and typically this is what we call it. So you've got some excellent sources of information, again, on the internet, on the web. You've got any number of different sites that you can access that have done surveys, whether they're salary surveys or whatever. Some of them are free, some of them are dedicated businesses that you would pay for those salary surveys. One of the key areas that I found very useful is using people like yourselves, is recruitment partners, and I use partners in a very specific context. When I've worked with recruitment partners that are typically recruitment agents, I have a level of service that I expect, whether it be from representing the client or as a HR consultant, because you are the experts in the field. So rather than just saying, here's a whole lot of candidates that will be able to fit your profile, it's about me saying to you, okay, so in this geographical location, bearing in mind that we've got unemployment at the lowest rate for 40 years, here's the sector that I'm recruiting for, here's the specific role, what is the value out in the marketplace at the moment? If I'm looking for a software developer, that value is going to be very high, particularly in places like London. The amount of startups, tech startups that are coming through, they're like gold dust. So you know that the value is going to be a lot higher. Whereas if you're looking for perhaps a slightly different role, whether it be, say, as HR or finance, the chances are you might have a broader level of candidates. But again, what about this particular area? What about this particular level? So I found recruitment partners, because you're working in that scenario, in that situation all the time, and you're looking at the profiles of people coming out of corporates, coming out of smaller businesses, and you've got the ability to compare those salaries within location, within sector, within role, and that's a whole body of information that, as working with a recruitment partner, would be very useful. So I think that is a very powerful tool as well.
Yes, salary surveys are useful in terms of giving you general, but it doesn't give the interpretation of that person's skill set, the skill set required for the job, and the people that are out there in the market.
Yes, because I think if I look back, and I'm sure you can, say 5 or even 10 years, some of the job titles and some of the roles that are in play now didn't exist 5 or 10 years ago.
Lots of them, absolutely.
So,
and in 10 years' time, there'll be a lot more.
There'll be a lot more. So it's about using the information out there. Salary surveys can be very, very good, can be excellent, but you've got to have the context of those surveys. And if you've got people, it's like if you want to decorate your house, you don't ask an electrician on the best paint to use. you would go to a recruitment partner to say, if you're recruiting in a business, what is out there? What am I looking to pay? I know what my value is internally and what I can afford, but if you're going to tell me that I'm up there with my value, but actually the marketplace is determining I should be up there, then either I need to change what I'm looking for, or I'm going to have to shift in terms of my salary.
Yeah.